Hi everybody, is the camera on? Oh good, so here we go. Welcome back to Willie's American Guitars. I just got back from a guitar show down in Dallas, Texas. A big international guitar show that's been off for a couple of years because of COVID, and now was back this year, and we went there kind of searching for cool guitars. One of the cool guitars that we're looking for is Hummingbirds and Doves from the 60s. So this is a 1966 Hummingbird, and this was, in the world of flat tops for Gibsons, there's a J200, the Dove as far as prices, and then the Hummingbird. The Hummingbird was a lot more than the J45 or the SJ, but it had the SJ features. It is tucked bracing, 9 layers of binding. Now this one too, anything made before 68, is a Brazilian rosewood fretboard, and these etched pick guards. And Gibson actually has a patent on this pick guard. You can't legally buy one of these pick guards. But what these guitars are great for is they were meant for a songwriter guitar. That was really their... When you look at old Tom Petty videos, the Stones, there's a lot of Hummingbirds out there because they just have this nice mid-range voice that gives this upper mid-range crispness. So they're a little less boomy than, say, a Martin D28 because they are mahogany bodied, and this is old Honduran mahogany. The beautiful thing about these red guitars is you can see how the binding is yellowed. It really looks cool. The lacquer they put over it yellows over time, and it gives it this glow. It is fantastic. Gold hardware. This is all stock, crack free, has a pickup in it, but it's an old hot dot pickup that you won't really use too much, okay? It needs a small jack. Now, the other thing I got is the same time period Gibson ES-355. So these gold hardware 355s, there's the 335, of course, we all know that. The 345, and I brought out this one just for you to see. And then the 355. Now, normally the 355 comes with this Veritone switch here, which is a switch we've talked about before that is separate capacitors that make separate sounds, and some people hate them, some people love it. This guitar was ordered without the stereo Veritone, so it has a mono jack and no Veritone. And it's argued you get a little cleaner, clearer sound out of that, but people are split on that. They made 300 of these a year, 355s, compared to approximately 3,000 a year of the 335s. So these are about 10% of the population of 335s. They're a deluxe model. It's ebony board, big block inlays, lots of binding, bound headstock, that fancy pearl trim here, gold hardware, and even the fingerboard is bound. If you were to get this new pickguard, it's not 20, 40, 60 bucks. It's like $200, $300, $400, $500 to get one of these guards. That's the level of deluxe these get. These were very expensive in their day. Now, here's a little fun fact for y'all. In Gibson Electrics, not their acoustics, but in Gibson Electrics, the gold hardware models always had a slightly slimmer neck. They were 1/16 of an inch slimmer than the 335. So if you picked up a 335, you get a big neck. If you picked up the 355 from any given year, it's slimmed down. And what the marketing was is that they spent more time shaving off the bridge, and it was for people that wanted to make cool guy chord reaches. Which I don't know a ton of cool guy chords. Here, there's half a cool guy chord. And that's why they marketed it. It was for the experienced player that wanted to make extra reach. And it is an electric guitar. So the electric guitars meant for a light touch were designed with that. So all your gold hardware, your SG Customs, smaller neck. Your 355s, smaller neck. All of your electrics that have gold hardware, true. The Firebirds, true. They did a little more carving to the neck. That extra feature showed up a lot in the late 60s, but you see this same feature 50s guitars are the same way. So when you get into this, you should expect a slightly smaller neck, as this one has too. Now, I find it quite comfortable, but I am playing through a 1958 Tweed Tremolux, and I've got it kind of down a little bit, but this thing just roars. These are lightweight 20-watt amplifiers with a 12-inch speaker and tremolo. This is the exact same thing as a Deluxe, a Tweed Deluxe, except it had tremolo and it came in a bigger box. So the same wattage as your Tweed Deluxe, this has more bass response to it with these bigger boxes. To some people, this is the only amp you'll ever need. It is the perfect wattage, the perfect weight. You can lift it with one hand. That's a monster amp. It has been recovered. We had it here before. It lasted about a week. This, as the market goes up, this kind of thing is very, very rare, and this is in really good shape. Its red finish is real fine. There's no buckle wear. The guitar is in just fine shape. It's a really cool guitar. Late 60s, one-piece neck, no Made in USA stamp. Made in USA came about 1970, late 1970. Once that's on there, you know it's a 70s guitar. And not a three-piece neck, one-piece neck, so you know it's a pre-69 guitar. This is 67, 68 ES-355 mono. Yeah, mono. They made much less mono than the stereo baritone. So there you go. There's some new goodies. Here, I'll hold them up for you. 1, 2, 3, 66 Hummingbird, 68 ES-355 mono. All right? And then this beautiful Tremolux Tweed. Okay? We'll be back with something else later.